My beloved child. Listen carefully, because this moment was not chosen by chance, and these words did not arrive in your life randomly. There is a reason your heart slowed down for a second when you saw this title, and there is a reason your breath feels different right now. You have been asking for strength without knowing how to ask. You have been craving peace while standing inside storms you never invited. And yet, here you are, still standing, still breathing, still searching for meaning in moments that once felt meaningless. This is where gratitude is born, not from comfort, but from survival. Not from easy days, but from the courage it takes to wake up after nights that almost broke you. There is something you must understand before anything else. Every moment you call ordinary is secretly shaping a powerful version of you. Every delay you hate is protecting you from a path that would have cost you more than you can imagine. And every challenge you are facing right now is not here to punish you, but to awaken something fearless within you that has been sleeping for too long. Stay with these words, because what you are about to realize will change the way you look at your past, your present, and the unseen future waiting for you. Before you realize it, a quiet truth begins to unfold inside your mind, and this truth is rarely spoken out loud. The strongest people are not those who never fall, but those who learn how to be thankful while still on the ground. You have been thanking life only when things go right, but real power begins when gratitude exists even in uncertainty. Think carefully. How many times did you believe something ending was the worst thing that could happen, only to later realize it saved you? How many times did you cry for answers, while the silence was actually preparing you for a revelation that required maturity you did not yet have? Courage is not loud. Faith is not always visible. Sometimes they exist as a whisper telling you to take one more step when your strength feels finished. And here is the shocking truth most people never understand. The challenges you fear the most are often proof that your life carries a greater purpose. Easy paths rarely lead to extraordinary destinations. The resistance you feel is not rejection. It is refinement. It is life shaping you into someone who can handle what is coming next without losing their soul along the way. Now pay attention to this, because it may be the most important realization you have ever encountered. Gratitude is not about ignoring pain. It is about recognizing growth inside it. Faith is not about having all the answers. It is about trusting even when answers are delayed. You were never meant to control everything. You were meant to become resilient enough to face anything. There are moments ahead where you will look back at today and realize this was the turning point. Not because everything changed overnight, but because something shifted inside you. Your perspective. Your patience. Your ability to remain calm when the world around you feels unstable. And here is something rarely revealed. Every challenge carries a hidden invitation. An invitation to rise higher than your fears. An invitation to choose courage over comfort. An invitation to believe that even unseen forces are working in your favor when nothing makes sense. This is not coincidence. This is preparation happening in silence. Let this sink deeper than surface-level motivation, because what you are hearing now is meant to stay with you long after this moment ends. There will be days when gratitude feels impossible, when faith feels distant, and courage feels heavy. On those days, remember this truth. You are not required to feel strong. You are only required to continue. Strength grows through repetition, not perfection. Faith deepens through endurance, not ease. And gratitude becomes powerful when it is chosen deliberately, not automatically. Every breath you take is proof that your story is still being written. Every obstacle you face is evidence that your journey is far from ordinary. Most people never realize this, but the very fact that you are seeking meaning means you are already ahead of where you think you are. Life does not test empty vessels. It tests those capable of holding greater responsibility, deeper wisdom, and stronger impact. And now, as these words settle within you, understand this final truth for this part of the journey. You are not walking alone, even when it feels that way. Every step forward, no matter how small, is being witnessed. Every silent act of courage is being counted. Every moment you choose gratitude over bitterness is quietly transforming you. This is not about becoming fearless. This is about moving forward despite fear. This is not about pretending challenges do not exist. This is about facing them with a heart anchored in faith and a mind strengthened by gratitude. Stay present. Stay open. Because what is coming next will reveal why you had to grow through this season, and why this very moment is the foundation of a life filled with meaning, resilience, and unshakable inner strength. There is something unfolding right now that most people never notice until it has already passed them by. You are standing at the edge of a quiet transformation, and it does not announce itself with noise or certainty. It arrives as a subtle shift in how you see the same problems you once feared. Moments that used to drain you are beginning to teach you. Delays that once frustrated you are slowly building patience you never thought you could carry. This is how courage grows, not in dramatic victories, but in unseen decisions to remain steady when everything feels uncertain. You are learning to be thankful not because life is perfect, but because you are no longer blind to the strength forming within you. That awareness alone changes everything. It changes how you wake up. It changes how you endure. It changes how you move forward even when the outcome remains unclear. Here is a revelation that only becomes visible when you stop resisting the present moment. Every challenge you face is shaping your inner foundation. If life removed all resistance, your faith would remain untested, and your courage would remain undeveloped. The weight you carry today is not meant to crush you. It is meant to ground you. Think about this carefully. The storms you survived did not erase your softness. They refined it. They taught you discernment. They taught you when to hold on and when to let go. Gratitude begins when you realize that even your hardest lessons were not wasted. They were preparing you to recognize peace when it finally arrives, instead of mistaking it for boredom or fear. This is a moment of awakening, and it is happening quietly inside you. Now understand something deeply important. Faith does not remove uncertainty. It gives you the ability to walk through it without losing yourself. Courage does not mean absence of doubt. It means choosing forward motion even when doubt is present. You are not failing because you feel overwhelmed. You are evolving because you continue anyway. Many people mistake stillness for stagnation, but stillness is often where the strongest roots are formed. While you feel like nothing is changing, everything inside you is rearranging itself to support a future version of you that requires greater strength and clarity. This is not a pause in your journey. This is alignment taking place beneath the surface. There will be moments ahead where gratitude feels unnatural and forced. Those moments matter the most. Gratitude in ease is simple. Gratitude in struggle is transformative. It shifts your focus from what is missing to what is being built. You are learning to trust the process even when the path ahead is hidden. That trust is not naive. It is earned through endurance. Every time you choose to believe that your life has meaning beyond immediate outcomes, you strengthen a part of you that no challenge can take away. This is how inner peace begins, not by controlling life, but by cooperating with it. What once felt like resistance now becomes guidance. As this part of the journey settles into you, remember this truth moving forward. You were never meant to rush becoming who you are. Growth unfolds in layers, and each layer requires patience, faith, and courage to carry. The fact that you are still here, still listening, still open, is evidence that something powerful is unfolding within you. This season is teaching you how to remain thankful without conditions and brave without guarantees. Hold on to this awareness. Because what comes next will demand the strength you are quietly building now, and you will one day look back and realize this was the moment everything truly began to make sense. A deeper layer is opening now, and this is where many people lose focus, but you must not. What is happening inside you is subtle, yet irreversible. You are beginning to realize that life was never asking you to be unbreakable. It was asking you to be honest. Honest about your fears. Honest about your doubts. Honest about your need for guidance beyond your own understanding. This honesty is not weakness. It is the doorway to real faith. Gratitude starts changing form here. It is no longer just thankfulness for what you receive, but for what you survive, what you endure, and what you outgrow. This realization separates those who repeat cycles from those who rise beyond them. Here is something that may surprise you. Some of the battles you fought were never meant to be won the way you expected. They were meant to teach you restraint, wisdom, and timing. Not every challenge demands action. Some demand surrender. Not surrender to defeat, but surrender to trust. You are learning that courage sometimes means staying calm when everything inside you wants to react. Faith sometimes means waiting without guarantees. And gratitude sometimes means accepting that unanswered questions are shaping you more than clear answers ever could. This level of understanding does not come to everyone. It comes only to those willing to sit with discomfort long enough to extract meaning from it. Notice how your perception is shifting, even as your circumstances may look the same. That shift is power. When fear loses control over your thoughts, challenges lose control over your future. You are beginning to see that delays are not denials. Silence is not abandonment. Struggle is not failure. These realizations are not motivational ideas. They are survival truths learned through experience. Every time you chose patience over panic, you strengthened your inner structure. Every time you chose faith over despair, you reinforced your foundation. This is the kind of growth that cannot be taken from you, because it was earned, not given. There is a moment coming when you will recognize why you had to develop gratitude before receiving clarity. Gratitude keeps your heart open. Without it, success would harden you. Faith keeps your spirit steady. Without it, progress would exhaust you. Courage keeps you moving. Without it, potential would remain trapped inside you. Life is aligning these three forces within you for a reason. What you are being prepared for requires balance, not speed. Depth, not noise. Strength, not control. Most people never reach this stage because they quit when transformation feels uncomfortable. Carry this truth with you as you continue forward. You are not behind. You are being refined. You are not lost. You are being redirected. Every challenge you face from this point onward will respond differently to you, because you are no longer the same person who first encountered hardship. Gratitude is anchoring you. Faith is guiding you. Courage is sustaining you. Stay present in this process. Because the next phase will reveal how all of this inner work was essential, and why your life is unfolding exactly as it needs to, even when you could not see it at the time. Something profound is settling into your awareness now, and it may feel unfamiliar at first. You are beginning to understand that peace does not arrive when everything is resolved. It arrives when you stop fighting what is shaping you. This is where gratitude becomes strength instead of emotion. You are no longer thankful only for outcomes. You are thankful for endurance. For restraint. For the unseen protection that redirected you away from paths that looked right but would have emptied you later. This shift is subtle, but it is powerful. It changes how challenges approach you, because you no longer meet them with panic, but with presence. There is a hidden truth most never realize until life forces them to see it. Faith grows fastest in moments where control ends. When you accept that not everything is yours to manage, something inside you relaxes. Courage then stops being forced and starts becoming natural. You are learning that trust is not passive. It is an active decision made every day despite uncertainty. The challenges you face now are not random obstacles. They are tests of alignment. They ask one question repeatedly. Can you remain grounded when outcomes are unknown? Your ability to stay steady here is shaping a future version of you that will not be shaken by temporary chaos. Pay attention to how your reactions are changing. This is evidence of growth. Situations that once consumed your energy now pass through you without stealing your center. You are no longer chasing immediate relief. You are choosing long-term clarity. Gratitude has taught you to slow down. Faith has taught you to look deeper. Courage has taught you to stand firm without aggression. These are rare qualities formed only through experience. Life is not removing challenges yet because you are still mastering how to face them without losing your balance. This is preparation at its highest level. There will be moments when you question whether this inner work truly matters. It does. Because external success without internal stability eventually collapses. What you are building now cannot be taken from you. It cannot be delayed by circumstances. It cannot be weakened by opinions. You are learning to honor the process instead of rushing the result. This patience is not delay. It is discipline. And discipline is what transforms potential into reality. You are becoming someone who can hold blessings without fear and face challenges without bitterness. Hold this awareness as you move forward. You are not waiting for life to improve. You are improving how you meet life. Gratitude is keeping your heart open. Faith is keeping your vision clear. Courage is keeping your steps steady. This balance is rare, and it is intentional. The next stage will reveal why this stability was necessary, and why everything you have endured was shaping you for a moment where your strength will finally meet its purpose. A quiet certainty is beginning to replace the restlessness you once carried, and this is not accidental. You are arriving at a stage where you no longer need constant signs to keep going. Something deeper is guiding you now. You are learning to trust without proof and move without applause. This is where true gratitude takes root. Not as a reaction to blessings, but as a state of being. You are thankful not because life is easy, but because you are no longer fragile in the face of difficulty. This realization changes the way fear approaches you. Fear no longer commands. It only visits. There is a powerful truth unfolding here that few ever fully grasp. Challenges do not disappear when you grow. Your response to them evolves. What once shook your foundation now tests your balance, and you are learning how to stand steady. Faith at this level is not emotional. It is anchored. It does not rise and fall with circumstances. It remains consistent when outcomes are delayed. Courage becomes quieter here, but stronger. It does not seek recognition. It simply acts when needed and waits when required. This maturity is the result of everything you have endured until now. You may notice that you are no longer rushing to escape discomfort. You are allowing lessons to complete themselves. This patience is not resignation. It is wisdom. Gratitude is teaching you to value timing over speed. Faith is teaching you to accept mystery without anxiety. Courage is teaching you to remain open without losing discernment. These qualities are not learned through success alone. They are earned through moments where quitting seemed easier than continuing. And yet, you stayed. That decision matters more than you realize. There will come a time when others will ask how you remain calm under pressure. They will not see the nights you learned to breathe through uncertainty. They will not see the moments you chose trust over control. They will only see the strength that resulted. This is why your current season is so important. You are becoming someone whose stability is internal, not dependent on circumstances. This is the kind of strength that lasts. The kind that does not collapse when plans change or expectations fail. Carry this understanding forward with intention. You are not being tested to see if you will break. You are being trained to see how much you can hold with grace. Gratitude is expanding your capacity. Faith is sharpening your vision. Courage is reinforcing your resolve. You are closer than you think to a moment where everything aligns, not because life suddenly becomes simple, but because you have become steady. And that steadiness will guide you into the next phase with clarity, purpose, and unshakable inner peace. A realization is rising within you now, steady and undeniable. You are no longer asking why life tests you. You are beginning to understand how it shapes you. This is the moment where gratitude becomes instinctive, not intentional. You notice it in the way you pause before reacting. In the way you breathe through uncertainty instead of resisting it. Faith is no longer something you reach for only in crisis. It has become the ground you stand on. Courage is no longer forced. It flows naturally from the confidence that you will endure whatever comes next. Here is a truth that transforms everything once it is fully accepted. Life does not remove challenges to reward growth. It reveals growth by changing how challenges feel. What once felt unbearable now feels manageable. What once felt overwhelming now feels instructive. This shift means you have crossed an internal threshold. You are no longer defined by what happens to you. You are defined by how you respond. Gratitude sharpens your awareness. Faith stabilizes your direction. Courage sustains your movement. Together, they form a resilience that cannot be shaken by temporary circumstances. You may sense a deeper calm even when answers are still incomplete. That calm is not ignorance. It is understanding. You have learned that clarity often arrives after commitment, not before it. You have learned that trust is built through action, not certainty. This awareness allows you to face the unknown without fear consuming you. You are not pretending everything is fine. You are choosing to believe that everything is purposeful. That belief changes the energy with which you move through life, and life responds differently to you because of it. There will be moments ahead that test this new steadiness. Not to weaken you, but to confirm your growth. Each challenge will now serve as reinforcement rather than resistance. Gratitude will remind you of how far you have come. Faith will remind you why you continue. Courage will remind you who you have become. These moments will no longer pull you backward. They will push you deeper into alignment with your true strength and values. As this part concludes, hold on to this certainty. You are not waiting for life to grant you peace. You are carrying peace into life. Gratitude has rooted you. Faith has guided you. Courage has fortified you. This inner alignment is not temporary. It is the foundation for everything that follows. The next phase will reveal the full purpose of this journey, and you will meet it prepared, steady, and unafraid. A final layer of understanding is beginning to reveal itself now, and it arrives without urgency or fear. You are realizing that every moment, even the quiet ones, has been preparing you for this level of awareness. Gratitude is no longer something you practice. It is something you embody. You notice it in how you greet each day without demanding certainty. You notice it in how you honor the present without rushing toward the future. Faith has matured into calm confidence. Courage has softened into steady resolve. Together, they have reshaped how you exist within the flow of life. Here is a realization that marks true inner completion. You no longer measure progress by visible outcomes alone. You recognize growth in patience, in restraint, in the ability to remain open when things feel unfinished. Life no longer feels like a series of battles to win. It feels like a path to walk with awareness. Challenges still appear, but they no longer define your emotional state. Gratitude reminds you that every experience carries value. Faith assures you that nothing is wasted. Courage allows you to continue without needing reassurance at every step. You may sense a deep stillness within you now, one that remains even when circumstances shift. This stillness is strength. It means you trust yourself. It means you trust the process. It means you trust that what is meant for you will align in time without force. You have learned to release the need to control outcomes while maintaining responsibility for your choices. This balance is rare. It is earned through endurance, reflection, and commitment to inner growth. From this place, your presence alone becomes impactful. You no longer need to convince or prove. You simply move with clarity. Others may not understand how you remain grounded when uncertainty remains, but you know the answer. Gratitude keeps your heart open. Faith keeps your vision steady. Courage keeps you moving forward. These qualities are now integrated, no longer separate efforts but a unified strength guiding every decision you make. As this journey reaches its natural pause, hold this awareness with intention. You are not arriving at an ending. You are arriving at a beginning defined by stability, trust, and inner alignment. Every challenge you face from here will meet a version of you that is prepared, centered, and resilient. Carry this strength quietly. Let it guide your steps. Because the courage you have built, the faith you have strengthened, and the gratitude you now live with will continue to shape every moment that follows.